Hey everybody, Quinn with RunLeadGen here, and in this quick video, we want to demo what online booking and reminders looks like. Now, if you've been following along, we've talked a little bit about capturing leads, lead generation. We've talked a little bit about how, we do SEO and PPC and traditional digital marketing, but ultimately, we want to attribute the work that we're doing and show you, how this is generating leads, where people are coming from, so you know to spend more time and money in those places. So with online booking and reminders, you may not be, entirely aware of what that means or whether or not you even want it. I mean, it can be technical, but what you do know you want is you want to qualify leads. You want to qualify them in a way that you can now weed out who's more valuable as far as like in your pipeline and the conversion funnel, and who is less valuable, so you can spend your time in the right place. So imagine now a scenario where your sales team or you, rather than spending all this time, capturing every lead, any person that calls you, anybody that fills out your form, you're trying to talk to all these people. And now, as we increase your lead generation, we increase the volume of people coming to your site and engaging with you. Now, rather than talking to all of these people and having all this volume, you're now weeding out who's more valuable and who's less valuable, and you're filling up your calendar that's integrated directly with whatever you're using today, whether that's Outlook or Google Calendar. Now you're filling up your schedule, your team is filling up their schedule with people who are qualified. That is what online booking and reminders can do for you. So let me show you a little bit about what that looks like. Share my screen here. So imagine now, you've integrated with RunLeadGen on your site. You've got our chat widget, you've got our Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, messengers that are, we're responding to them. We're capturing these leads where they're coming from. And then we're integrating this into a pipeline, into a process that you now have a dashboard that you can manage all these people. You can respond to all these people in these different channels, all from one place. That is the beauty of RunLeadGen. Now, you want to qualify those leads. So let's take the example of somebody coming through a online form, although we could do this through any of these channels as well. So we've done a couple different examples here, but let's go with Clark Kent Superman at RunLeadGen.com, and we're going to use an 888-558-9955, and we're going to say testing. Now, when I hit book a demo, or from any of these other channels, we're going to encourage your users now to do another action for us. And that's really going to help start to weed out who's actually genuinely interested and who can we now remarket to, who can we nurture and get to this place where they're now what we would call a warm lead. So they're immediately going to be prompted here. Now, on the back end, in the automation side, we wait to see what they do in this time. And just, depending on the action that they take or don't take, then that will qualify them into a series of what we call workflows. So when we talk about workflows, we talk about automation, all of that are going to be in subsequent videos, but let me show you a little bit about what this calendar does. So this is now integrated into my professional Google Calendar. So it's looking to see, what time I already have available, but it's also abiding by certain criteria that I've set. So if I've got multiple people on my team, it will round robin based off of either availability or fairness. So that, and it's going to look at their availability and obviously, what do they say? Optimize, for either of those criteria that we set. So let's go ahead and grab one of these times. We'll say 11:30. It's set for my time, but depending on where you are, the system will actually update what is booked on your calendar based off of your time zone as well. So it makes all this really seamless. So now we come in here, I'm going to put in our information. Actually, and I can, I should have had this set up for the demo, but we can also cookie that information and make sure that they don't have to re-put it in. So we're just going to do the same 888. Let's see, I think that was 558. It doesn't matter. It will merge the contacts by a series of criteria, either email, IP, or phone number. 9564, and we're going to do Superman at RunLeadGen.com, and we're testing. All right, so we're going to go ahead and say schedule the meeting. Now, this is where things get really special, really magical for a lot of business owners. On my phone, based off of the form that I filled, and now that I've done this, I'm going to get a thank you, and I'm also going to get an email that says thank you and here's the time, and it's going to immediately send me an invite to my calendar as the user on your site, as your potential client. On the back end, now there's a series of actions that we've been able to now identify whether or not this user is warm or cold, and we put them in the pipeline accordingly. So let's look at the back end and what your people see. Okay, so immediately after doing the form fill, an opportunity is created in this pipeline. And we'll talk a little bit about pipelines and opportunities. And frankly, you can do as much or as little of all this as you want, right? You don't have to come to a dashboard. Your people don't have to integrate with the clients in our CRM. But if that is part of the package that you purchase, that's available to you. And whether or not you integrate and you are using our dashboard and our platform, the automation is still taking place. They're still booking on your calendars, and we're still notifying you in a series of ways, whether that's email, text message, or internal notification, because we do have an app and we do have the website here. So now this person comes in and they're a new lead. And what'll happen is here shortly after it processes, this will automate and come over to a booking requested. So booking requested saying somebody is now booked on the calendar. They are no longer a cold lead. They've done something that we want them to do. They've shown additional interest, and we're going to send you a message saying, you can confirm that booking request. And then when they do, we automatically move them into the next pipeline stage. Now, like I said, all of this is already set up for you by industry. We've done this for a lot of different industries. Ultimately, it's also all customizable. And so if you want a different action to do a different thing, the beauty is that now all these actions, all this automation is right here at your fingertips. So that in a nutshell is online booking and reminders. And I didn't mention, but now what will happen is once that booking is confirmed, over a series of a cadence defined by us already, the user, the person who booked the calendar, will get a reminder a week before, 2 days before, 2 hours before, both via email or text, depending on your preferences. And we're also now increasing our show rate and decreasing the bounce. But then there's so many awesome and exciting things that we want to tell you about, because if they don't show, we nurture them, we can remarket to them, we can put them in email lists. It is so much that is available to you at a cost that is considerably cheaper than the alternative out there for like Salesforce and HubSpot that ultimately requires you to hire somebody. It requires you to learn a lot. Now you can get it all done for you, and that's the beauty of RunLeadGen. So stay tuned. Keep in touch as we populate more of these videos of what we can do, what we're doing for businesses, how that increases your lead generation, and then ultimately your conversions, right? This is how businesses are scaling today. So stay tuned, keep watching, and we'll see you soon.